Hello everyone, welcome once again to this tutorial, and today we want to introduce Microsoft Office Word. This video will be very brief today. We will introduce Microsoft Word, and then in our next class then we will start adding text to our Microsoft Word document and then see how to edit or format our Word document. So to introduce Microsoft Word program, this is what you do. You just click on. So to introduce Microsoft Word, we are saying you click on Start and then you type. And as you type Microsoft Word, the application pops up here. So you click on it and then the program opens. Here we have it. Now this is what we call the backstage view, where we can open a new file here. We can open a saved file in our computer or in our online storage location. So for now, I want to click on new tab here and then click on blank document. So we want to create a new blank document. So this is how you create a Microsoft Word new blank document. So once you start the program, you click on new button here and then you click on new command here, blank document, and then you'll have our document. So this is how Microsoft Office Word looks like. So today in this introduction, we just want to introduce parts of the window. What we are seeing displayed in this screen here is called a window. And today I just want to take us through parts of this window. And now I'll generate some text. If you want to generate random text, you type equal sign, then type rand on your keyboard, and then you open the bracket, and then you type any arbitrary value. I could do 10, then you put a comma, then maybe 9 or 8. Close the bracket and you press enter, and it will generate for you random text like what we have. Now, part of the window here is we have this part here. This upper part is called the title bar. The title bar up here shows the name of the program and the name of the document. Our program is Word. The document is document 1. Document 1 is the default file name. When we save this file, whichever title we'll use to save this file will replace document 1. Then this far top right, we have the close button. We can use it to close this document. We have the restore, which you can use to restore, or maximize, which you can maximize like that. Then we have the minimize button. When you minimize, this window will be minimized and you'll see it on the taskbar here. So we can populate it from the taskbar here. And then this one, we can use this button to either hide or show our ribbon. So we can click on this and I can choose, let's say, auto hide ribbon. So the ribbon is hidden. Or I can click here and I choose I want to show ribbon and tabs. And then the ribbon and tabs are there. Of course, that one shows the name of the Microsoft account name. And then this other part, we have what we call the quick access toolbar. The quick access toolbar normally has the commands that we want to quickly click on. For example, this is undo, this is save, this is redo. Now, to add or to remove commands from the quick access toolbar, you click on this drop-down arrow here. And for example, the first icon here represents save. If I want to remove it, I unmark save here. As you can see, is marked. So I unmark it and then that command is removed. I can remove the next one, which is undo. I can click here and I unmark undo. And then it's not there. To add them, you click here and I can add save. I can click here and I can add undo. So you click here and add any command that you want to be in the quick access toolbar. If there's any command that you want to see in the quick access toolbar and it is not listed here, then you click on more commands and then it'll let you have more commands. So if there's any command that I want, for example, I want save as, then you click add for it to appear among the commands that you can use to customize your quick access toolbar. So you can pick it. So you can pick any of these commands. So let me choose macros. You click here and then you click, you can close here. Then you click OK down here. We click OK down here. And so I can click, it has been added there. If I don't want it, I can just come and also come to more commands and then I can remove it. So that is quick access toolbar. Then below the quick access toolbar and the title bar, we have the tabs. These are called tabs. This is home tab, insert tab, draw tab, design tab, a layout tab. Those are tabs. And when you click on File tab here, it takes you to what we call the backstage view. So we can go back using this arrow here. So these are tabs. We call them the tabs. Below the tabs, we have what we call the ribbon. This is the ribbon. What we are seeing below the tabs is what is called the ribbon. And the content of the ribbon always change depending on the active tab. So when I click on Insert tab, the content of the ribbon has changed. Click on Draw tab, the content changes. Design tab, the content of the ribbon changes. Layout tab, the content of the ribbon changes. So that is those are tabs. So those are tabs, and below the tab we're saying that this is called the ribbon. Now the ribbon is divided into groups, or what we call sections. We can call them groups or sections. So we have the clipboard group, we have the font group, we have the paragraph group, we have the styles group. So we can call them the groups or the sections. Then at the bottom of the groups, this one we have what we call the group launcher. So like this one is the font group launcher. We can click on that and it will launch for us this dialog box where we have commands here. And then on those sections on the ribbon, we have commands. For example, we have the bold command, we have the italize command, we have the underline command, we have the strike through command. So when you point on those commands, you will be able to see the name of that particular command. So if you saw a command whose name you don't know, for example, this is changing case, just point at it and tell you to change case. Like this number, to number your items. These are alignment options. So you can align center, left. So when you change the tab, I click on layout tab, for example, and of course, most of these ones are numbered, so we're able to see, are named, so we're able to see. So you can just look at, you can just point at a particular command and see where you don't see the command name. So when we will start now editing our document, we'll now see how these commands work. But this video is just to introduce us to part of the window. Another important part of the window is what we call the rulers. We have the horizontal ruler up here, and we also have the vertical ruler on this far left. Now the rulers are used to set the margins of our document. For example, right now we have the top margin here, we have the left margin, and we have the right margin. If I wanted to adjust the top margin, I'll come here and adjust like this to adjust that margin. Or come here when you are, now your pointer looks like arrow facing two opposite directions, you click and you drag. If I want to adjust the right margin, you come here. When it looks like arrow facing opposite direction like that, you click and you drag. That is how you can manually drag to adjust the margins of your document. You can come here in between and you adjust the margin like that. You can increase or increase manually like that. So those are called rulers. They are used to set the margins of our document. Then down here we have what is called the status bar or the statistics. So here we are told that our document is in English and we are using the United States English. There's also another button here that when you click on, it will run for you a macro, but we don't want to go into this for now. Here, this one is telling us that our document has 1,275 words. And then the first one is telling us that our document has 2 pages, and currently we're on page 1 of 2. Now, this one is normally where the cursor is, because even if we scroll like this, it is still where the cursor is now on page 2 of 2. Now, if you want to know the number of paragraphs, the number of sentences, the number of characters in this document, you click here to perform what we call word count. So when you click on this command here, it will perform for us word count. So we're able to see that we have 2 pages in this document. We have 1,275 words. We have characters. When we count characters, for example, in this word video, V is a character, I is a character, D is a character. So those are what we call characters. Now, if we count those number of characters without counting spaces, the total number is 5,688. If you count those characters and add the spaces also as characters, then the number rises to this value here. Then this document has 10 paragraphs and it has 75 lines, and that is including text boxes, footnotes, and endnotes. So you can close here, and that is how you can pull up some statistics on your document. This other side, we have what we call the view bar. Actually, Microsoft Office Word 20 from 2016 and above has 3 views. Those, if you go to Microsoft Office Word 2010, you will have 5 views actually. But as from 2016, I think we have just these 3 views. Now, the first view is what we call the current one that we have on our screen, which is called the print layout. It is showing us how our document would appear if we printed it. So that is this option here, print layout. Now, if I want this first option, which is the read mode, I click on it, and then this is that mode. So I can change to print layout down here. Then this is the print layout mode. And then this is the web layout. It is showing us how the document will appear if we post it to a web page. So if we posted this document to a web page, this is how it will appear. So more often than not, we will be using the print layout mode here. Then lastly, on this bar here, we have the zoom slider. We can zoom out by clicking on this minus sign. Anytime you click on this minus sign, the size of your document shrinks like that. Or we can zoom in. Actually, the lowest zoom level is 10%. As you can see, we have 10%. But you can zoom in using this plus sign on the other side. The standard zoom level is 100. But we can always exceed it or go below it if we need to. So we can continue to zoom in, or we can drag the slider like this. So we can set it to whichever value that we want. So that is the zoom slider. Then on this far right, along the document this side, we have what we call the scroll bar. So you can click on this scroll bar here and drag like this, drag down like this, or drag up like this, or you can use these arrows here. You can scroll down, just click. As you click, the document moves, or as you click the other one, the document also moves up. Then lastly, we have the last one here, which we looked at in our first video. If you haven't checked our first video, you can look at it. We have the taskbar down here, which shows the number of programs that are running on the computer. Like right now, we have this Microsoft Word document opened. So this is the taskbar. So I'll not talk about taskbar. If you want to know more about taskbar, watch our first video in this series of basic computer skills. So those are the parts of a Microsoft Windows document. And now I want to show you how you can save your Microsoft Office Word file. So now once you have your document, you have typed it, and you have formatted it as you please. To save your document, you click on File, File tab here. It takes us to what we have said is called the Backstage view, and then you click on Save As. Remember, we explained about saving in our second video, the third video of this basic computer skill series. So if you want to know more about Save As, please watch that video. But we click on Save As here, and now it will bring us here. So we can choose to save our file in our OneDrive or in this PC. So let's say more specifically, I want to save it on my desktop, in this computer, on the desktop, on this local computer. So what you do, just click on Browse here, and when you do that, it will take us to what we said is called the Save As dialog box. So I'm not going to talk about the Save As dialog box, but I just type the name of the document. For example, MS Word, MS Word document, and then I save it on the desktop. you scroll here, like we said, click on the desktop and then you choose save. Now MS Word document will replace document 1, which was the default name here. So now our file is MS Word document. And when you exit here, we should be able to see it on our desktop, and it is here. So that is how you can double click on it and it will open. That is how you, those are the parts of Microsoft Office Word document, and that is how you can save your file. Now in our next video, we'll now have a text document like this, and then we'll start looking at how we can format that file or that document. We will look at what we have under Home tab, under Insert tab, some under Draw tab, under Design tab, under Layout tab. Now, like I said, in this video, we want to keep it as basic as possible. We don't want to go into much details, but I will also be creating some other videos to go into some details about some features like of Microsoft Word. So also you can look out for that video. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel so that when we upload also videos that will be going to details, you should be able to get notified and you watch the content. But for our next video, we'll just go through Home tab, Insert tab, Draw tab, Design tab, Layout tab, and take a look at what we have there. But I will also do a video that will look at references and look at table of content, look at all the stuff we have here, some of them. But for those who just want to have basic knowledge in editing our document, we will take you through that in our next video. So thank you very much for watching this video. I'm looking forward to having you watch our next video. So please subscribe to our channel, click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button so that when we upload, you can be notified about the new content. Also, leave us a comment on what you wish that we improve on in this series of videos, or the kind of videos that you want us also to create, the kind of content that you learn us to create, and as far as basic computer skills are concerned. If you have any area that you learned us to cover, please share. So thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.